Hey guys, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is my solo playthrough of the game with the Black Eagles. Violet and I are doing a joint playthrough of the game with the Golden Deer, so if that interests you, go ahead and check that out on our channel. Last time, wow, holy fuck. So, we found out that Rhea is actually a gigantic evil dragon. So we retreated and built up an army to attack the monastery. And then we attacked Rhea. And then she turned into a giant dragon, saying something about her mother. And then the chapter ended. So, well, actually, it doesn't say that it was a new, it doesn't say that it's a new chapter, so maybe it is still part of chapter 12, but, it seemed like a good ending spot, because it started back up with, like, a narration, and usually that only happens, like, at the beginning of chapters. So, I assume that things are just gonna get crazy, so let's go.
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seiros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. After a hard-fought battle, she was forced to retreat to Ferdiad, the capital of Fargus, where she must now plan her next move. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Odlin has begun.
Okay, so that was the end of the chapter. Sorry for making you guys wait for that. Ooh, part 2.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal Moon. Beyond escape. It is Imperial Year 1185. Half a decade has passed since Emperor Edelgard ascended the Imperial throne, yet the continent of Fodlan still remains lost in a tempest of turmoil and bloodshed. In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, King Dimitri has welcomed Archbishop Rhea and her knights, who were driven out of Garreg Mach to the kingdom capital. As they work to build a unified front, the war with the Empire rages on to the west. Meanwhile, Claude, leader of the Alliance, staves off Imperial intervention by strategically stirring up conflicts between Leicester lords in an effort to feign neutrality.
That's smart.
As events unfold, Edelgard and her Black Eagle strike force begin to take action in an attempt to break the war's current state of deadlock.
You. How long do you intend to sleep?
Is it Sothis?
Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you.
I'm still sleepy.
Excuse me? Are you saying you have forgotten who I am? How dare you? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake? We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garrick Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Saros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Regardless, the Imperial Army has taken over now.
Okay, yeah, he did say 5 years. I was like, what?
Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's
A
the
little
Imperial
bit,
Moon,
yeah.
The year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that? Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going? Are you crazy? The Imperial Army is there. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead. Students? You really are crazy, aren't you? There aren't any kids anywhere near that place anymore. Unbelievable.
What is up with that guy's sideburns? Like...
5 years ago to the day. If things had continued on as they were, today would have been the Millennium Festival. Halt! Who's there? It can't be. Professor? Is it really you? But I searched everywhere and never found a trace. My teacher. What have you been doing all this time? Where have you been? Joking? At a time like this? You do realize it's been 5 years since you disappeared. Do you have any idea how guilty I felt? How broken my heart was? I searched high and low after you vanished. Although there was no proof, I somehow knew you were alive. All this time, I led everyone as best I could, and fought with all my heart. It's been a difficult path to walk alone. Welcome back, my teacher. I'm so happy that you're safe. 5 years. Such a short time, but it feels like an eternity ago. Do you still feel the way you did all those years ago? You said then that you would fight at my side no matter how many enemies we should amass. As for me, my resolve has not faltered. I'm determined as ever to see this through to the end. I will defeat the false goddess. I will save this world from those creatures and give humanity its freedom back. So, my teacher, are you prepared to stand with me? I thank you. Truly. Now then, I assume you understand the situation at hand, yes? Another joke? Or are you telling the truth? I suppose you must be. In that case, I'll tell you all that has transpired as you slumbered these past 5 years. And that is where we are now. The war is at a stalemate. Dimitri is the new king of Fargus. It's clear that his territory will continue to support the church. Meanwhile, Claude's leadership has thrown the Alliance into chaos. He maintains neutrality in their internal conflict. The situation has created a deadlock. We've been awaiting an opportunity for our squadron to return to the monastery. With you in the fray, I believe the state of the war will shift immediately. The Church, as well as the Kingdom and the Alliance. The time has come to eliminate them all. Rhea, Seteth, the Knights, and the others are in prime condition. They've set up their base within the Kingdom capital. The Immaculate One and her family have yet to fight on the front lines. However, we must eventually face and defeat them. It would mean a great deal to have you with us when the time comes. Good. Well then, I believe it's time for a little reunion. The Black Eagle Strike Force never lost faith. They knew you were alive and have been awaiting your return. Let's not keep them waiting any longer.
I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. I feel like we're the bad guys here, which is cool. And I don't know. I really do like that, like, none of the sides really seem like the true evil, you know? Like, oh god, I hope I still have all of the weapons that I had. But yeah, no, like Edelgard is very clearly, like, really aggressive in this, and, like, clearly not entirely in the right, but her motives are, I don't want to say pure, but they are good. Meanwhile, like, the Kingdom is clearly our enemy because they're harboring Rhea and the others, but like, Rhea's really the only bad guy there. And even then, like, is she? Like, I feel like there's something else, something deeper going on there, you know? So, yeah. And then, you know, Claude and the Alliance really is being neutral. So, anyway.
Well now.
Wow.
That face is certainly familiar. I am glad to see you alive and well, Professor.
Professor! It's me, Bernie!
Aw.
Do you remember me? I can't believe you're here!
I can't believe it.
Oh, he's
is
hot.
Is this a dream? Can we really be this lucky?
Oh my god, he's hot.
This is not dreaming. Our professor is with us again.
Oh,
Welcome to
she's
the
hot
back.
too.
I mean, welcome back.
Our group isn't the same without you. I am overjoyed
He is
to see you again.
significantly
It's been so
less
long.
attractive.
Seeing
Oh,
you
she's
again fills my heart
gorgeous.
with hope.
Jesus.
Great. Now everything will be easy. That's great you're safe, Professor. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
Quite the reunion, isn't it, Professor? Everyone's happy to see you.
Come on, Edelgard. You must be happier than all of us combined. She took it really hard when you disappeared, Professor.
God, I can't wait until Violet gets to the
Of course,
time
we did our
skip
very
so
best
that I
in
can
your
show her a
absence.
picture
There was never a
of
day
time
that we
skip
doubted you would
Caspar.
return to us.
Edelgard has been leading us as Emperor. But after you disappeared, it became apparent that you were her anchor.
It gives me regret to be admitting this, but our power is not enough. The only one who can be meeting Edelgard's expectations is you, Professor.
Most impressive of all is your uncanny ability to bring a smile to everyone's face.
In the years since you vanished, we have not lost anyone from our ranks.
We all longed for your presence and your leadership, myself included.
It seems fitting
I
to
hope
view
I still
this
get to
as a new
teach
beginning
them.
for the Black Eagle Strike Force. We already have our target.
Yes, we must eliminate the Alliance before moving on to fight the Kingdom and the Church.
God.
However, that doesn't necessarily mean we must occupy the entirety of the Alliance. House Regan stands against the Empire. Therefore, our target is Deirdre, the aquatic capital.
We must cross the Aramid River, which separates the Empire and the Alliance. To do that, we must take the largest bridge across it. The Great Bridge of Myrden. Myrddin connects the monastery and the Imperial capital to the east. It is the shortest route there.
An Alliance stronghold has been built at the Great Bridge. We'll take that and then head north. At the same time, we must defeat the one who defends it, Judith von Daphne. If we can also take control of Daphne territory, it would be greatly beneficial to us. Prepare yourselves. The next battle will be a momentous one. Join me, my friends, as we begin our journey to bring peace and solace to this war-ravaged world.
Oh, cool. Eloise is still here.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing? Are you looking for help with something? Ah, no. Your eyes tell a different story. You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
I honestly can't tell if he looks different or not. Like, there's something about him. I think maybe, like, there's a little bit of gray in his hair, but I don't know.
Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic.
Aww.
Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life. Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like? In other words, he was exactly the same. When he was with the Knights, he always found time to go fishing. He was hooked on it, you might say. He'd say there was no greater pleasure in life than sinking his teeth into a fish he'd caught and washing it down with a drink. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, really
they are
takes
clearly
me
not
back.
holding those
This feels
fishing
just like the
rods.
good old days.
Those fishing rods are very
Gerald
clearly
sitting
in the
beside me.
background. Is that Ash?
It feels good to sing nice and loud. Fill my chest up with sound.
Am I doing all right?
Oh my god, he's
I
so
hope I'm not too off.
cute! Sure.
Take that!
I really don't like the long hair,
Yes.
but
I am in
I've
a
also
hurry.
never been a fan of long hair on guys.
Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops. 5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg. Now, as the head of House Eyre, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to reunify Fodlan. The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious. She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing. But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities. I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Ire, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever. I appreciate that, but it is not enough to persuade me. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor? Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Yay. All right. First off, ooh, Armored Lord. Okay, I need to check, though. Are all of... Yes, okay. Cool. Everything that was in my convoy is still here. He's still a mage? Oh, wow. All of his items are still exactly the same. Same with him. It's interesting. I wonder why only Edelgard's was a... Oh, all of our weapons have been restored, though. That's good. Why does that one not have... He's still a dancer and still fucking adorable. God, I love him. Oh my god, I forgot about Annette. Oh my god, she's so adorable. Look at her. Aww. Oh my god, Leonie. Girl. The Animan looks exactly the same. So does Dorothea. Okay, so I guess the staff just didn't age over the last 5 years. Ah, that's so cool. I'm so excited. This is so neat. Alright. Certifications. I know that there are some that I can do. There've gotta be. I had a feeling she was gonna get her own, unique class. All right, because I've been focusing so hard on Lance. Hard on. Sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no way in hell that I am ever taking him off of Dancer. Oh shit. Cool. So if I have her focus on sword from now on, she can be oh no, wait. Was I gonna make her a gramarye, or was I gonna make her a I mean, I might as well try and get her oh my god, what is this called? Certified in both. Okay. So let's yeah, I'm probably gonna just end up keeping her as an armored lord, just because I like the unique classes, you know. Really should have been paying attention to how long this episode is. I'll probably end it before I go to the mission. Yeah, I still want to make him a God, Dark Knight, that's what it's called. But I think for the time being, I'm gonna want him to focus on reason magic so that he can become a warlock. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, cool. So him. What level is his? That's not what I meant. Okay, so his heavy armor is B+. How much do I need his heavy armor to be Great Knight? A. Of course. Heavy armor is the only one that has to be A. Has he mastered the class yet? No. He almost has. So once he does, I'll turn him back into a paladin. Now, I'm also gonna make a holy knight. So, yep, keep those goals the same. God, he's so hot now. Like, he was adorable before, but now he's like, God damn. You know, I do think I'm gonna make her a Pegasus Knight. I'll keep her as an archer for now, and then eventually I might make her a sniper. But I really do like her as a Pegasus Knight. So I think maybe after sniper, I'll make her a Falcon Knight. And yeah, you're gonna be a Gremory. God, I'm sad we lost Flayn now because she was like really good. Petra, you are just you're absolutely beautiful. Yep, keep you the way you're going. Yeah, I guess once you get to A, I'm gonna make you focus entirely on reason so that I can make you a warlock. Leonie, you keep being you, keep doing you. So I can make him a mortal savant. Right, yeah, so I can make her either a mortal savant or a Gremory. That's the, why do I always forget the name of that one? Yeah, literally all you need is writing. Cool. Oh my. Several supports. Oh boy. Okay. So this is probably just gonna end up being a support episode. Oh.
Standing tall, I see.
Edelgard, hello. What do you think of this horse? An equine marvel, no? Look how intelligent he is. You can see it in his face. Certainly much smarter than your horse.
Oh, what a lovely bloom.
Behold, Edelgard. Do you see this blood-red bloom? This is much more impressive than the pale little sprigs you have there. And, as I'm sure you know, redness symbolizes courage and strength.
Ferdinand, stop. I can't believe you're wasting my time with a petty, one-sided rivalry.
What are you complaining about? You told me not to publish my pamphlet, and I complied.
I've had enough of your foolish antics. Very well. I will grant you the duel you so desperately desire. But when I win, you must forfeit the right to bother me with your ridiculousness. Forever. Do we have a deal?
Ah, so you'll fight me after all? Wonderful. To battle, then! All right, Edelgard. Have at me!
As you wish. Ha!
It only took you one blow? How?
I can't afford to hold back against an opponent like you. I led with my fastest, strongest strike.
Fastest and strongest? You're just flattering me. I have been defeated. Utterly. I cannot believe I was foolish enough to challenge such a plainly superior opponent.
The difference in our skill level is not so great as all that. If you had taken the first strike, you might have won. That's why I didn't give you the chance.
I do not think talent is what separates us so much as readiness. I had not the faintest idea of what to expect from a real duel. I was playing, but you were not. That such an ill-prepared noble would think to challenge you? It is laughable.
Ferdinand.
Still kind of hate him.
Huh? What's wrong, Edelgard?
His hair, I can't get over it.
You always look at me funny, but right now you're looking
Like
at me
the
more
swoop.
normal.
Oh my god.
You can seem rather oblivious, but then you go and shock me with your keen insight.
Whoa, it's a little harsh.
Is it? You only have yourself to blame for the reputation. As for me, I've always thought of you as something of a victim.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, you're a victim of Fodlan's antiquated system of nobility. You're skilled and you work hard, yet you still play second fiddle to your less capable older brother. Even still, you fight on, not allowing yourself to be discouraged by it all. People like you help to fuel my fire. If I can only smash this rotten system, I could save you.
You've always got a whole
Is
lot
that
to
not
say
what
about
you
your
just
grand
did like
plans
5
for the
years
future.
ago?
Just hear me out. I've realized that I was wrong about you. I can now see that you've found a way to live the life you want to live. Simply put, you love working hard, and you love training. You don't know the meaning of surrender. I never thought such a genuine person could really exist.
That's a lot to take in. You're not too far off, though. I try to live life the way I want to. I wasn't that way when we first met, but I've changed since then. Nowadays, what you see is what you get.
It doesn't matter that you have burdens to bear. Despite that, you never stray from your path. You don't let anything tie you down. I can hardly imagine a life like that. To be honest, I'm a bit jealous.
Well, I don't think I could live the way you do, but I admire you for sticking to it. You never let your burdens get you down. You try to push through them instead. If I'm being honest, I changed my mind about you a while back.
Is that so?
You can be real critical of yourself, and you admit it when you make a mistake.
That's true. I certainly make mistakes, but I feel it's important to own up to them.
I probably make twice as many mistakes as you, but I don't notice half of them.
This is no laughing matter, Caspar. Then again, that's part of how you choose to live as well, isn't it?
That it is. But it doesn't change what I promised before. I'm gonna keep fighting for you, Edelgard. Even if we don't live our lives the same way, I'll help cut a path through so you can follow safely behind.
I don't doubt it. The future is ours, Caspar. I'm counting on you to help clear the way.
Hey, Adie, take a look at this. I received it as a gift. It was sent from... I don't remember. Anyway, the point is...
Dorothea, when you receive a gift, don't you think you should try to remember who it's from?
You're right. That's a little thoughtless of me.
What's gotten into you lately? You seem mostly uninterested in the various suitors throwing themselves at you. Is something on your mind?
Oh, don't worry about me. Everything's fine. I'm just finding it difficult to care about chasing after love as much as I used to.
Do you have any idea why?
Well, I do have an inkling.
You seem reluctant to tell me. Is it somehow my fault?
No, nothing like that. Okay, I suppose you're not completely wrong, but...
How do you mean? Please, just say what's on your mind.
When the two of us are together, talking like this, somehow I don't feel like I care about my troubles with love anymore. So it's fine.
Dorothea.
There's There's nothing wrong with that, of course. But it seems we should get to the bottom of such a drastic change. Maybe we can figure it out if we just...
Oh my god, girl.
Adie, I'm telling you, I'm fine.
She's telling you that she loves you.
Push me any further, I'll write an opera about you. I'll do it right here and now. And then I'll sing it in your face.
Settle down, Dorothea. I can take a hint. If you insist,
Can
I'll
you,
drop
though?
the subject. Whatever you do, don't write more opera lines about me. My cheeks are probably still red from your last performance.
Well, I can't promise anything. But if I try real hard, by the time the war is over, I might just have an opera written, starring you. No need to worry, though, Adie. I'll be fabulous as you. A performance they'll rave about for years.
The frightening part is that I don't know whether you're joking or not. But I do regret to inform you that you won't be playing the role of Edelgard.
Why's that?
Don't you see? No story about me would be complete
Aww.
without the character of Dorothea. It would be ridiculous for you to play me instead of yourself.
Adie, you really are something special, aren't you?
Oh my god. Cute. I ship them. I really, really do ship them. Like, super hard.
I have been watching you in secrecy, Edelgard.
I love her outfit.
But you and Hubert
Oh
were
my
noticing
god.
me, correct?
Well, if you intend to shadow us like that, you can be sure it won't escape our notice. Hubert was primed and ready to remove you. I ordered him to stand down.
You have my thanks. I have been making a decision that I am wanting to learn from you. I was thinking it was enough to be shooting one bird with one arrow. But after speaking with you, I trained with hardness. Now I can be shooting 2 birds with 1 arrow.
2 pheasants? Are you implying that...
Yes, a single arrow.
That's astounding, Petra. It's perhaps a bit late to explain now, but what I was getting at earlier was actually...
I am having a joke.
You... come again?
I really was shooting these birds with 1 arrow, but my joke is that I did have understanding about what you told me. I took it to my heart.
Did you now?
You are a person with great bluntness. I am admiring of you. As an emperor, a commander, a warrior, and a friend, you are excelling at all that you do. All of the Empire is resting on your shoulders, and that is including Brigid, too. I will not be falling behind you. I will be carrying Brigid on my shoulders, too. And one day, you and I will be facing each other, and we will be shaking hands.
Yes, that much is certain. I can see that you no longer need me to look out for you. You and I are much the same. We dutifully shoulder our burdens and stand tall no matter what. It would be foolish of me to deny it.
Your words give me great joy. And it also gave me joy to see you being flustered when I was showing you the birds.
A cheap trick, to be sure, but inarguably funny. To think that you went to all the trouble of shooting 2 pheasants at once for the sake of a joke. Well played, Petra.
We both are growing every day. I hope we will keep doing so.
Oh my god. So many. So many supports.
Show them this letter. Threaten them. Do what you must. Now go.
Yes, sir. Hubert, that letter. Is that what I think it was?
I suppose there's no denying it.
But Edelgard...
explicitly forbade me to send it. Yes, I know.
I cannot believe it.
Am I
You
supposed to
disobeyed a
know what
direct
this
order?
letter is, or no?
I thought you were her loyal aide.
Unwaveringly. All that I do for her. I seem to recall you expressing a similar sentiment. It is our role to guide her when she is on the wrong course of action. Is that not what you said?
You are not supposed to do it in secret. When you disagree with your leader, you must voice your concerns directly. Otherwise, what is the point?
The point is the same. Lady Edelgard's best interests are served whether she knows it or not. She needs not trouble herself with the mundane details of my actions. Only results matter.
You are sorely misguided. When I believe that Edelgard is making a mistake, I tell her as much. Through discussing the matter, I sometimes find that I was mistaken. To skip that process, to make a decision that is not yours to make.
Perhaps your advice is simply useless then.
Excuse me?
Listen to yourself. If I do as Lady Edelgard requires, then you tell me to be more independent. But if I tread my own path, I am misguided. I suppose the fault is mine for expecting any useful advice to come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Ugh, I have had enough of your grousing.
Same.
To think, I started to believe you were a useful aid.
Yeah, they can both fuck off.
Ah, here you are.
What's up, Lynn? Come to invite me to dinner?
Well, that too, but first there is something I wish to say. I believe I previously implied that it's okay to live out your days by running away from what troubles you. And I think that I was unkind to you.
What are you talking about?
To be honest, while I try to be easygoing, I currently feel a bit uneasy about something. One of the effects of running away constantly is that eventually one runs out of places to, well, run. Because I avoid memories I find unpleasant, the number of things I avoid is forever increasing. I've never learned to deal with the pain of my past, so I can never increase my tolerance toward new pains.
And?
That's all. But there are some nights where it really worries me.
That's what you wanted to say? It'd be the same if you weren't avoiding things. You'd just be up at night wondering what was coming next. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate you showing me a glimpse of your real self for the first time.
For the first time? Each time I speak, I show my real self.
So, what about that conversation we had?
Which conversation?
When you said I was a great woman, was that true?
Of course. You have too low an opinion of yourself.
I thought you were just trying to make me feel better. I didn't really think you looked at me that way, Lynn.
Why? Is it so strange? You seemed rather happy about it at the time.
It's not weird. Okay, it's kind of weird. You're weird, Lynn. You know, I'm hungry all of a sudden. Maybe I laughed too much.
Good. I was going to invite you to dinner.
You were?
When I walked in, you asked if I'd come to invite you to dinner. I said yes, but I can't be bothered to walk into town. Shall we visit the dining hall?
What? Oh, fine. Show me this easygoing way of yours.
Alright, so like I'm not gonna lie. Linhart's design is better than his other one. Like he's definitely prettier. I'm still not really a huge fan of guys with long hair, but like I mean he works it better than the haircut he had 5 years ago.
Linhart, I need to be asking for your wisdom. Will you consent?
My wisdom? About?
I was hunting earlier and the land gifted me with lots of game. It was all brought by me to the kitchen, and then...
You're not asking me for help with the butchery, are you? If so, stop right there. I despise the sight of blood.
No, I am not asking that. All of that work and care is given right after the hunting. Giving gratitude, bleeding, skinning, all has been done to be making very nice fresh meat. That meat is sitting in the kitchen already.
Oh, thank goodness. Then whatever do you need from me? I'm not much of a cook.
I want to be smoking the meat, so we can be preserving it. There's a big quantity of it. But I am without enough firewood for the smoking. I am needing more than I was thinking I would. The darkness has fallen outside, so it will be difficult to be collecting it right now.
Why not gather wood in the morning? Get some sleep now.
This meat will not be waiting that long. It will be going to waste. Please, do you have any suggesting for what I can do? You have much wisdom for giving, so I am hoping you will be helping me.
Okay, let me see. Easy to forage wood at this time of night. You know, there were a good number of desks and chairs in the ruined corner of the monastery. Some of the stuff there is salvageable, so none of it has been thrown away. There's definitely high-quality oak and beech out there. Both would be excellent for smoking meat.
Is that factual? I was not knowing that. The wisdom you give is exceptional.
Well, I wouldn't say that. As long as it's anything that looks broken beyond repair, no one should complain.
I am giving you my gratitude, Linhart. Now, let's be going.
Pardon?
You have all of the wisdom about choosing wood for smoking. I am wanting your assistance.
But it's bedtime. Okay, fine. I can point out the choice smoking wood. Then I'll have to help haul it all back, won't I?
It would give me great happiness. There's no one better than you for this task.
Please stop with the praising. All right, fine, I'll help. I'm just that nice a guy.
God, there are still so many.
Hey, Caspar, care to join me for tea?
Again? Well, let's make it quick. I gotta get some training in eventually.
More training? Don't you get tired of it?
No, I don't get tired of working toward my goals, unlike you.
God, I wish
Me?
that were me.
What do you mean?
Your quest for the perfect husband. I haven't seen you wasting time with any dull-looking guys lately.
Oh, that. Maybe I just found something worth staying in for.
You mean in the monastery? This place is a dump compared to what it was 5 years ago.
That's not what I'm talking about. Honestly, Caspar, you don't understand women at all.
Well, excuse me. Maybe I'm just another dull guy.
That
Well,
must be why you don't pick up
excuse
on how I
me,
feel.
princess.
What?
When I'm around you, I feel like, well, like I can always be myself. I don't need to act differently or flirt or lie. I can just be me.
Aw.
I always said you were little brother material, but when we're alone like this, the idea of marriage...
Don't you
Nope.
dare.
Hold it right there.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need a minute. I was not ready for this.
Caspar, settle. You might be getting the wrong idea. I was only saying, when I'm with you like this, I can forget all about marriage and just be friends.
Huh? Right. Of course.
Though I suppose relationships like that can also lead to marriage.
Now I know you're messing with me.
I'm not trying to tease. I was just thinking out loud. If neither of us ever find our special someone, it might not be so bad to settle down and spend the rest of our lives together. What do you think?
I haven't really thought about that. I'm not really the romance type. Spending the rest of my life with you doesn't sound so bad, though. But why are we even talking about this? There's no way you won't find someone great.
Aw.
Stranger things have happened.
Either way, no point in worrying about it now. I'm plenty happy with our current situation. Let's just focus on staying good friends.
Good idea. Here's to us.
That was cute.
Did you hear, Caspar? There's been another theft in the pantry.
Come on! We can't waste time arguing about it like last time. We gotta catch the guy. There he is! Corner him, Ash!
I've cut off his escape route. He's all yours.
Ha! You're not going anywhere, you dirty thief!
We did it! He was pretty nimble, but no match for the two of us together.
I guess, but I didn't think our thief would be so...
Aww.
Yeah, I never would have guessed a cat this big could sneak into our pantry.
So, what do we do with him?
We? Weren't you the one barreling on about striking the culprit down last time?
You really think I'm gonna attack him? Why don't you try your genius plan instead? Go ahead, talk it out. Let the cat explain himself. I doubt you'll understand a word the guy says.
I guess neither of us has the right solution here. So, what are we going to do with this? Oh!
Huh?
Huh? Oh. Looks like he gave us the slip.
He sure did.
Well, after a daring escape like that, I guess there's no more we can do.
I'll teach him a lesson if we ever catch him again. I thought of a pretty good plan to show him the error of his ways.
Well, I've got an idea of my own, so I guess I'd better find him first.
Is that a challenge? Well then, may the best plan win.
Dorothea? You look as if something's terribly wrong.
I do? Oh, nothing's wrong. Not really. I've just been thinking about the future. And what happens when the war is over.
And tell me, what is your vision of the future like?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I guess I don't know what to expect. In my life, I've met all sorts of people who've lived lots of different ways. So now I'm trying to figure out how I want to live. I'm free, unlike so many people. I have the ability to take control of my own fate. Like you.
Well, I quit the opera to join the Officers' Academy as a professor. Then I joined this war because, well, I don't know. I'm hoping for an end to it. Peace for the world. Even though I took control of my own fate, I still haven't found the man of my dreams.
You'll find him. He's out there somewhere. You know, there is one thing I want for the future.
So, you've got a dream after all.
Well, it's a dream I've always had. You'll think this is silly, but I'd like to stand beside you.
I don't get it.
When you left the opera company, I took your place. I stood center stage and sang, and everyone cheered for me. I wish the cheers were for me and you. I wish we stood on that stage together.
I have to tell you something. The first time I saw you on stage, I felt you were the one I wanted to hear sing. I already had plans to leave the opera company, but when I met you, I knew I couldn't leave until I saw you take your rightful place. You're right, though. It would have been nice to stand beside you on stage, even just once.
Maybe we weren't together then, but we're together here, now. And in the future, maybe it won't be so bad if you never find that man of your dreams.
What do you mean by that?
You and me. I won't find a guy either. We can just be together. I think that'd be pretty nice, don't you? Living together and doing whatever we want.
Dorothea is so aggressively bi, and I love
Could
it.
be nice. It'd be like you and me, finally together on stage.
They're cute.
The lights shining down.
I
Our
ship them
gowns and
too,
jewels
god damn it.
Sparkling. Just us.
Sparkling in the stage lights forever.
Ash,
to give you more gratitude for the commoner techniques you showed me.
Commoner techniques? Oh, you mean when I haggled for you?
Yes, it has made for many savings. I was telling the professor, we both are so happy.
Really, it wasn't a big deal, but I'm glad the professor was pleased. What is it? Do I have something on my face?
For a lot of time, I was living in the Imperial capital. Then I came here, to the monastery. Both places contain many nobles, and many chances to be learning noble customs.
That's true. When you're surrounded by new people, you naturally pick up all kinds of stuff. Though with nobles, there's a lot to learn. All the etiquette is overwhelming. Not to mention the dancing. I just keep stepping on my partner's feet.
In Fodlan, the nobles are training for dancing since their youth. They have much skill.
When I was a kid, I spent most of my time helping out at my parents' restaurant and playing with my brother and sister. Back then, I never dreamed I'd ever be studying at a proper academy with all these nobles.
I have learned many customs of the nobles, but few of the commoners. I am hoping you will teach me. Techniques, secret skills, anything. All of the things.
Secret skills? I don't think I know anything that fancy.
That is not the truth. The technique for money saving could be helpful even for nobles. It has use for all the world.
I don't know about that. Really, I don't have any special secrets.
Commoner wisdom is only to be shared with commoners, then? I have understanding. Forbidden knowledge. Ash, how about we make a bargain? We can be trading information. In Brigid, powerful curse techniques are passed down. And we can speak with the spirits. I can be teaching you these things.
What? Curses? No. I don't need any dangerous information like that. But if you really insist, I guess I could teach you a few things about what life is like on the streets. Would that be enough?
You will be showing me the secret techniques? I cannot be waiting!
That's not what I meant.
That's everybody, right? Yeah. Woo! Finally! I mean, besides me. Alright. Finally. So, let's do some exploring. Okay, now. Really? Still just me? And still just these? I want to be able to change everybody else's appearance. Well, okay, there's more supports.
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home.
Oh, she's so
Since
cute.
I was dragged out of the house, I mean. 5 whole years. It's weird to think about. At first, I remember I was desperate to go back, but now it's the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come. It's all thanks to you. You've given me a second chance at life. If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before. A new place? All on my own? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me. You're still not taking me seriously. I mean it. Promise me you won't do that again. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they? Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
thought we were finally getting close. I guess I'm not good enough for that, though, am I?
I'll let you have this one, but you better be ready for next time.